I thought I would give you a tiny bit of background to give you some context for what you're about to see. We had planned this season to have this be the opening event, which I guess would have been in roughly a week. It was going to be a celebration of 50 years of my working on this land, making the art that I've made, a lot of which you see here. It also represents the birth of a new sculpture, a very major sculpture, that is going to be documented as part of a book project. What we're doing today is going to be, hopefully, forming these top and bottom plates with this depression in the middle. And you say, why do we drop a rock from 30 feet in the air, multi-ton boulder on something to form it? Well, the answer to that, you've got to go way back to 1978. I took a trip around South America, and when I got to particularly Peru, ancient Incan walls often covered with, that have been bricked over, maybe stuccoed over, painted. You get the idea. There have been many layers, and some of those walls were now deteriorating. And I came back to the US and started thinking, how could I bring that kind of narrative to steel? And I thought, how could I encapsulate time? And so I developed this technique of picking up rocks, and I made a clamp, which you'll see in action, hopefully at the right moment. And I weld it on a paddle and take a high power rifle and shoot it, and that gives enough force to open the clamp. I've made many pieces over the course of about 4 years using dropping techniques and hopefully the plate will bend just right at that point. We'll see. It's about $3,000 worth of plate, and it's been at least a week's worth of work, so I'm hoping we get good results. You might say, well, why aren't you using the press for this? The answer is simple. The press is 8.5 feet wide. These plates are 10 feet wide. I cannot get them in. Also, it's fun process, and it's celebratory. We're looking back 50 years to the whole history of the place.